trying to fight the demons in my mind. I'll prevail with every battle if I'm right. Guess my aim was off, the target's out of sight. Would I be better if I left it all behind? 'Cause we could find a way, we could find a way. Find another place where we can just escape. We could find a way, we could find a way. Find another place where we can just escape. We could find a way.
everybody, and welcome back for episode 2 of Batman the Telltale series. This is another series with a mouthful of name. So it's Batman the Telltale series, episode 2, Children of Arkham. We left it last week. Gotham was turning against Wayne, and I can't remember the villain, the big fat villain bloke. We believe is behind the city turning against him with trying to implicate Wayne's the Wayne's, like the parents, being linked to crime families. But there's normally a recap at the start anyway, which will go through some of our choices. I really enjoyed this one last week. It's got like a different type of interface as well. What did that turn the game audio on? We shall find out. Or did you catch the last one on the YouTubes? Frodo, as with that one, I probably won't be talking very much at all during the stream because there's so much dialogue. Oh yeah, I never logged into this either, did I? Yeah, not now. No, not joined. Password's like 2 miles long. I'm not typing that in now. But this one though does feel like an episode or a film, sort of like figure in the series. Oh, we're in the right menus here. Did I close the thing? I didn't close the thing. It's fine. Yeah, so episode 2, The Children of Arkham. As always, I won't talk over the dialogue so we can all hear it as we go. Because I'll pause it randomly. But we'll fire it up. I assume there's going to be a recap of our choices from last week. Once we finish Dead Island, though, we'll be playing Batman as well on the Monday slot for whichever one is the first one of those games. I can't remember which one of those three is the third one, but it's the one that's only like 7 gigabytes.
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Together, we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale, not interested, and reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous.
Yeah, the combat system in this was fun.
I bet.
The chemicals. Where are they? We're all being played here, including you. Ah, Christ almighty! It's the Waynes. Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
So that's where we kind of left it last time. So it's a question, are they going to be revealed as being a crime family, or is Batman going to prove them innocent? Smells of scarecrow vibes, I thought.
You don't have to do this.
Only you now, Master Bruce. I thought I might find you here. The news was upsetting for both of us. But you should see this. I know you come here for solitude, Bruce. More allegations about his ties to the underworld. This isn't going away.
Tell me, all of this is a lie.
I wish I could. There are no angels in Gotham, Bruce. Maybe there never were. I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
You kept their secrets for them.
I'm trying to help you understand.
Then try harder!
Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Working with Falcone and Hill. I expected a regular accounting, not a pact with the devil.
Your father was a good man in many ways, but this was his undoing. I want you to know, I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then, they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
How could I hold this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again.
I'll just pause momentarily there. Shay, welcome in there, mate. I hope you've been keeping out of trouble. We are on episode 2 of Batman this evening. And Calzone as well there, welcome in. As always with these games, I don't like to talk over the dialogue because I want us all to be able to hear the story. So I will pause at random intervals to see what sort of trouble you guys have been up to. Bloody hell. It's probably just as well I'm not speaking tonight. I can't get a word out. But once again, welcome in everybody. And was it Frodo? Can't remember what he does. If you played through any of these ones at all, like of these Batman ones, like the 2 Telltales ones, there, Frodo. I said that this is my first time playing this one. Well, I only installed it before the previous stream. I'm just pleased that episode 2 is working because it was a bit weird, getting it to install because of the way they did it is like episodic. It was. It was awkward. There's like 2 versions of episode 1, and I've got no idea which version we played of episode 1. You got it on the PlayStation 4. Oh, I'm burping up my tea here still. But I hope we've all been keeping out of trouble today. Any sign of the parcel yet as well? We'll jump back in.
This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big. Yet, there it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think? You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
Maybe there was some detail I overlooked.
We're going to investigate this area. Oh, looks like we are. Right, let's have a... I'm going to just remember what the controls were. Let's see. So we have show selectables, which is the trigger. Yeah, fight actions on there, dialogues on there, pause and move around and stuff there. All right. And no sign of the parcel yet, though. Causing trouble on... causing trouble for easy. Get him in that cab. Let's have a little wander around here and what we can spot. How goes the Astroneer royalty? Are you getting there? Getting the hang of it?
I want him standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I'd only want to ask him one question. Why? My parents could have given him anything. Why would he just shoot them?
He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
It was, I did that, something happened and he got mad. And you quit, royalty. We'll have to see if you've got like a little bit of spare time, whilst you're still off work. We'll jump in a multiplayer and we'll like have a little bit of rummage around and get your little base started up.
He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I can't picture him as a criminal. Not the kind I deal with.
In that moment, he was simply your father.
I'm playing this. I want to watch the Tim Burton Batman films again. I have at my feet here the
I love that movie.
Adam West Batman Blu-ray box set.
How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She was always so good to me.
Where exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, "You don't have to do this." And the gun fires.
And after that? There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
One thing I noticed, like in this one and in the previous, he's out in the rain wearing this shirt, right? You know, it's pouring down. Put a jacket on.
Stay back!
Take whatever you want!
Nothing personal, just business. They told me you had it coming.
You don't have to do this. Don't follow me.
Bruce, are you all right?
It wasn't a mugging. They were assassinated.
So that changes the story.
And Carmine Falcone knows why.
Maybe he was going to back out of whatever deal maybe they had planned. Oh, that's one thing we need to do. We need to check the Xbox achievements. So that was chapter 1. I assume there's going to be 6 chapters like in previous. Do you know that? I think it was like chapter 1 or chapter 2 from last week's didn't pop. So at some point we'll have to return.
But getting you in to see Falcone like this, I don't have to tell you how many rules we're breaking. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm always here for you, but this could land us both in hot water. I pulled all the strings I had with the lieutenant. This better not come back to bite us.
You owe me, Harvey, and now I need your help.
Those are donations, not loans. You're not entitled to a pound of flesh.
Hell, I'll settle for a handshake and a blind eye.
The last time we brushed shoulders with Falcone, the press made us pay. At least tell me what this is about. Look, I'm all for blind support.
I'm not sure, but I think Falcone put a hit on my parents.
Wait, what? Bruce, that's terrible.
That's why I have to speak with him. I have to know for sure.
Bruce, I appreciate you opening up to me, but just try and keep it cool in there. I don't want any headlines taking away from my debate with Hill.
Dent, Mr. Wayne, welcome to the GCPD.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Now, ordinarily, we'd never let you in to see Falcone, but it must be nice to have a DA in your pocket, Mr. Wayne. Bend the rules whenever you need it.
Harvey's not in my pocket, Lieutenant. He always does what he thinks is right.
Well, it's lucky your interests align.
Nice job bringing in Falcone. Yeah, that son of a bitch better not get off again.
He's not getting off the hook, Renee. Not this time.
Mr. Wayne, Sergeant Renee Montoya. I just wanted to say, some of us police support you, despite what the media is saying.
Thanks, Sergeant.
We're keeping Falcone in the infirmary. He's lucky he didn't get roughed up more. I could tell Batman wanted to kill him, but he held back. He cares about doing the right thing.
Well, whoever he is behind that mask, I say Gotham's lucky to have him.
Yeah, it's great to know he's out there watching over the city.
So how long until Dent goes nuts?
Falcone's inside. Say what
Will he become Two-Face in this
in
this series? Episode 2. Oh, it looks like he's milking it. It's always the same once they get collared. Children of Arkham. Don't forget as well, Arkham Horror tomorrow, everybody.
Bruce Wayne. You must have some clout. My own wife can't get in to see me. Good thing I'll be out of here in a week.
We need to talk, Falcone.
You weren't so eager the last time we met. But then, I knew you'd come around. Especially after the press got their teeth into you. You're your father's son. Yeah, that's right. Tommy and I were close. More than friends. More like cousins. Going back decades.
Did you have something to do with his death?
Ah, so that's what this is really about, eh? The pup digging up a 20-year-old killer.
2 killings, and they were never forgotten.
You and me, we're practically family. I thought you'd have figured that out by now. Hey, I tried to get through to you at Dent's party. Maybe I should have spelled it out. Got a whole closet full of birthday presents I was never able to give you.
Convince me then. Tell me a story about our big, happy family.
There it is.
Maybe at the end, Frodo.
Now I got you hooked. Your father, Hill, and me, we ran this city. Still do. God damn this pain. Can't think through it. Morphine's on the side there. Be a good boy and help Uncle Carmine out, huh?
Okay, we want to know what he knows. Let's help him out, even though we should really make him suffer.
40 years I keep my veins clean of any of that gunk. But you never forget the tender kiss. It'd be so easy to give me the whole vial, wouldn't it? Enough there to put an old dog down forever. Of course, you'd never know the whole story. How much of your parents do you have in you? What kind of son did Thomas Wayne make?
I'm not a murderer.
No, you're not. That's why you were kept in the dark. Much better, kid. Thank you. Gesture like that reminds me of your mother. Your father may have been the doctor, but Martha, she had the human touch. Think you got more of her in you, tell the truth. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't know. You took her from me when I was 9 years old.
What, you really think I hired Chill? Sure. I worked with Joe Chill from time to time. Put a button on someone, he'd take him out. But I never ordered that hit on your parents.
So who did?
You can't trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friend. Your parents learned that.
They're waiting for you in hell!
Well, that escalated quickly.
The bastard had to die.
She drugged up with that hallucinogen from the first one.
Stand down! Get a doctor! Secure this floor! No one gets in
I
or
think it's
out!
beyond doctor.
Go! Go!
So she must have been at that stuff that he uncovered in the warehouse.
We are in deep shit.
Don't remember much of this bit, do you, Frodo?
A lot of some time, but not much. Word's gonna get out, sooner or later. Why would she do something like this? We had Gotham's biggest crime lord in our grasp. This close. We were this close.
I don't know. I hardly recognized her when she burst in. She was so different from the woman we met in the hall.
It's a disgrace. Another officer gone rogue.
It just doesn't make any sense. She'd never do anything to hurt the department.
Falcone's case meant justice for 1,000 unnamed victims. And now it is a PR disaster. How can I run against corruption when our own cops are redecorating the precinct with their prisoners' brains? Listen, we gotta get out in front of this. We gotta spin it as best we can. Issue a statement saying that we have the shooter in custody. Details are still coming in and that we're investigating. The usual.
Someone planned this for a reason.
Even if that's true, the simple fact is she gunned him down in his hospital bed.
Lieutenant, Mr. District Attorney, Falcone's lawyers are here.
Oh, Christ. I can delay them for a little while, but we still need answers.
Tell me if she says anything. I have to know why she did this.
She's gonna have the markings on her lips, you think?
Alfred, Falcone's been murdered.
Good God.
I'm looking into it.
Surprisingly,
but
we
I'll need
didn't do
access
it.
to the back computer for anything I find.
Connection secured.
Alfred, I'm gonna try and confirm some suspicions of mine.
Okay, we've got control again. as I said with these games, I try not to talk over any of the story because what I want you guys to see, but I also want to see the story as we go. So it looks like, yeah, we can see some of these veins. I think we're going to be investigating that, and I'm guessing that is an injection mark. So somebody's shot her up with something to give her the to give her instructions actually followed, and obviously went nuts doing it.
Fresh injection site. That doesn't look like blood.
Is there anything else before we click on the obvious?
Her veins, still visible beneath her skin. Alfred, I think I found the substance. Analyze and forward me the result.
Of course. I'll be in touch as soon as I have the results.
So what sort of trouble have you all got lined up for tomorrow then?
Where am I? Mr. Wayne? What's going on? Oh, but I got this awful feeling something terrible happened.
Sergeant, you have to think. What do you remember?
Oh, God. Falcone. I was hoping it wasn't real.
No mischief planned yet, Royalty.
Drugged, Sergeant.
It would explain a lot. Listen, you have to believe me. I talked big about hurting thugs like Falcone, but I would never betray the lieutenant. Everything is so foggy. I remember a sharp pain.
There's an injection site on your neck.
Then I just felt light, like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt, no consequence. There was a voice in my ear insisting Falcone was gonna get off. And all I knew was that I had to stop that. I had to, no matter what. The reasons why I should've, they were a million miles away.
Did you see a face? Could you ID a suspect?
I don't think so.
You must remember some detail. Try.
I remember a hand on my arm, guiding me like a parent with a child. The voice, it was saying something about revolution.
Cobblepot said something similar.
Why do I know that name?
I'm so sorry, Lieutenant. I've let you down.
We stalled Falcone's lawyers for now, but they'll be back. So how is she? Did she tell you anything?
Yeah, hey, don't worry about that now.
I found evidence that she was drugged. A fresh injection site on her neck.
I was out of my mind.
That's right, Frodo.
Believe me.
Hey, I do. Of course I do.
And you don't recognize that name.
Hey, forensics in here. Now!
She remembers a voice saying something about revolution.
That's not much to go on.
Now, if you're bringing forensics in, let's get Bruce out.
Alfred, I gotta get back to the manor. I've got a lead on whoever's behind this.
Bruce! What are you doing here? My friends in the GCPD have been telling stories about some kind of lockdown?
I'm sorry, Vicky. I don't have time.
Don't brush me off. Word is there were shots fired near where Falcone was being held. Know anything about that? I mean, you must have been back there when it happened.
Where did you get that?
So it's true?
No, I didn't say that.
Listen, I owe you for those files on Falcone. I got a lot of credit at the Gazette for that story. Whatever's going on here,
I got completely mixed up with all the names last week, didn't I?
Let me help you. I can keep your name out of whatever we print, but you need to give me something I can use. Who fired the shots? A cop? I can tell by the way you're brushing me off that something happened. Just give me something to run with.
A police sergeant.
It was maddening.
Wait, Sergeant Montoya?
You didn't get this from me.
Probably shouldn't have chosen those options. Yeah, actually, just thinking about it, in Tesco's the other week, and whenever I go to Tesco's, I always go to the cheapy shelf where it's all the stuff that's like the damaged or rejected or like out of not being used anymore. And I got a Batman Blu-ray cartoon for 70p. And then when I got home, it says it's part 1, so I have to pay full price for part 2 when I eventually get around to watching it.
His revolutionary rhetoric. Either way, I need to find him. Let's put our drones in the air and start a search. I'll run a trace on his cell. In the meantime, we have to find out what we can do about this drug.
The computer's been analyzing the chemicals from Montoya's bloodstream.
Throw that up on the monitor. The residue I scan on Montoya is similar to the nerve agent I found at the docks. Let's see what we got.
It's ironic that Falcone died at the hands of someone drugged with his chemicals. Who'd have guessed that's how he'd meet his maker? Prone in his sickbed, surrounded by police who were ordered to protect him.
Murder at the hands of Montoya. That's not justice.
Whoever did this was judge, jury, and executioner. No one should act as all three. I hope he told you something before he was killed. What did you learn from him?
Practically family, he said.
Family? Funny, I don't recall any Sunday dinners with the mob.
It wasn't Falcone who called the hit.
Yes, well, I suppose that makes sense. Your father, Hill, and Falcone would have balanced each other out.
Computers pinpointed reference points on the two compounds.
2 seconds, just now I've got control of the character. I'm trying to reach... I'm sure the Blu-ray is on that bottom shelf, but I need to unwire myself so I can reach it. Put the control down. Strap myself back in. It's Batman The Long Halloween Part 1, 75p. I went back the next day to see because there was they had this Blu-ray and they also had it on DVD, but I wanted to make sure that the DVD wasn't actually Part 2. Turns out no, the other one that was there was also a Part 1. So I've no idea what it was about, but you know. I don't know if you guys have seen that one or what it's about. But I would have thought it would have been a bit more money, considering that it was like Halloween week when I picked it up. How long is this one? 85 minutes. So proper length. It's got the Joker, Catwoman, and some giant bloke on the back. I don't know who that character is. Okay, back to the mission.
The men at the docks were doused with the base chemicals. The reaction was messy. They were out of control.
I've not seen any of the Batman cartoons for a long time. But am I right in thinking that Mark Hamill does the Joker's voice? I don't know if he does the voice in this one. Yeah, let's just get the box here. Does it say who does the voices? Or if it does, it's written in microscopic font. Around there, because I'm looking at the cardboard sleeve. It might be something on the actual... No, that's even smaller. Get a magnifying glass.
This refined drug is like a weapon. It only took a small injection to strip Montoya of her moral filters and make her act on her base impulses. Both compounds seem stable, but they're quick to fall apart. Whoever processed it knew what they were doing.
It's same for me there, Frodo.
What could the creators of such a drug possibly have in mind? Fighting your wars is one thing, but drugging others to fight them for you... Oh.
Considering the amount they stole from Falcone, they could build a small army of remorseless assassins.
The thought is chilling. Your drones are in position to triangulate Cobblepot's location.
Okay, we've got control again. Select the drones and search for his location. I've played through a few, not all of them, but you know the Lego Batman games as well. In some of them, I don't know if maybe I played up to 3. There's so many of the Lego games, it's difficult to keep track of them. But the first one was good. I played through loads of it, and then it was before I realised that there was 2 different caves you could go to. So you could do the villain missions, or you could do like the hero missions.
Find her now! Send a strong message.
Okay, so that's the first one. Take a look and then for the green dot that we flew over there. Try to see if I can see the marker. There was something on there, on the previous. Might be out of range. Ah, must be behind this building.
Bring me her head.
Whose head, though? Who's Batman probably now going to get a final clue, do you reckon? And he's then going to rush off.
There you go. You'll be alright. Right.
The Skyline Club. Jesus, didn't even wait for Falcone's body to get cold, did you, Oz?
Going to speak with him, Bruce?
Bruce Wayne already tried talking with Cobblepot. It's time he met the Batman.
Have you watched much of the Adam West Batman ones? Just remember, everyone always remember to whenever you travel to have your anti-shark bat spray stuff.
Come on, I know there's gotta be more around here. The man probably had millions in his sock drawer alone. If Falcone finds out I helped you, he'll kill me. Your boss won't be doing much of anything. Ever again.
Sounds like he put the hit on them.
You lot, come check out this office.
There should still be a hole in the wall.
Names. You can help me.
Let him go.
He doesn't look well.
It's about time. You kill a crime boss, you'd expect a word of thanks from Gotham's #1 vigilante. Oh, don't worry, I'll pass your gratitude on to those who made it happen.
The only thing you'll get from me is a trip downtown.
Is this about Falcone? We all saw how you felt about Falcone.
Long time ago, seeing the old Adam West one.
Live TV.
Yeah, the movie.
If you were truly the defender of this city, you'd have finished the job yourself. Admit it, Falcone deserved to die. Vermin like Falcone, they deserve to be stomped out. Believe me, I know.
I don't kill my enemies.
Maybe that's why you got so many. Might be time to reconsider. As a show of good faith, I'm gonna let this one go. How's about we talk this through? We helped you with Falcone. Now, if we could just cut out the rest of the rot, like Wayne and Hill, ordinary folks might be able to breathe.
Oswald Cobblepot. What is it about this place that attracts criminal scum like you?
Gotta admit, you've got flair. Here's the thing. I actually admire you, Batman. We both want the same kinds of things. Me and my people, we've got big plans for Gotham.
They found Catwoman.
What do you want with her?
We had a deal. She didn't make good on it. So sorry this didn't work out, mate.
She had to get the drive for him
I've still
then.
got a Catwoman problem to deal with. Oh, what's her name again?
Selina.
Yes! Oh, beautiful name.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Yeah, gotta pay attention to the screen.
Gonna have to try harder than this.
He's already gone. He moved quickly.
Alfred, track down Selina Kyle.
I'll find her right away.
You think we'd have like a different code name for Alfred? Because it kind of gives away the game, doesn't it? Chapter 3. See, Bruce, I need to talk with you urgently. At least he's wearing some sort of a jacket this time. Evening, Iris, mate, and welcome in. We're back on the Batman this evening.
A new twist in the race for the mayor's office as Harvey Dent backer Bruce Wayne comes under fire for alleged corruption.
Hope you've been keeping out of trouble.
Joining me live is Mayor Hamilton Hill. Mr. Mayor, you said earlier today that in light of the allegations against him, Bruce Wayne should distance himself from Dent, but that was unlikely to happen. Why?
He strikes me as, well, the jealous sort. Very possessive of his toys.
Better keep a low profile.
Let's see what we got there.
Cops raided his house. Sorry, his manor.
I know we have the obvious thing to click on, but I never want to click on the obvious thing.
Oh, tunes for drinking, dancing, and fighting. Not necessarily in that order.
Anything else over this side? Can we interview with the tables? Okay, let's just...
You really think he'd show up here?
Oh, it's really going to make us walk all the way around. Always a good boy. We need witnesses for that.
You lost? Because I don't have time for tourists. Looks like you walked into the wrong bar.
Do you know Selina Kyle? There are men after her.
Uh-huh. When aren't there?
Well, these ones are trying to kill her.
Hey, don't I know you? It is you. Knew it. The cops take all your fancy clothes? Are you trying to lay low?
Nice to meet you.
Frank. Yeah. Funny seeing you here. So much in the papers. Whole other thing, meeting the man in real life. You're shorter than I thought you would be.
Leave him alone, Frank. Man's just trying to have a quiet drink.
He didn't seem to mind the company. Whatever.
See, even Ada knows she's up to no good.
Better be an apology. You were supposed to take care of our mutual problem. Instead, you just pissed him off.
That's why I'm here. You're in.
Oh, just pause a second there. You put. Didn't you do that as well the other day, there, Frodo? you were in the truck, weren't you? You jumped in on your phone, put him in the cab, then went back to hit the road. You got to make that each guy suffer, though. You know, it's. He needs to suffer. Was it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did for sure. But I'll just pause it for a second there. But welcome in there, guys. This is episode 2 of the Batman Telltale series, Children of Arkham. I think actually we'll take this opportunity to have a little quick spy at the achievements. As always with these games, these are the streams where I don't really talk that much because all of us want to hear the story more than my ramblings. Was that he's still in it? No, yeah, don't you tell him that his time's up there, Eris. Let's just have a quick look there. So last week, episode 1, chapter 1 didn't pop, so I'll have to fix that. Chapter 4, 5, and 6 of episode 2. So just 6 chapters in this one here. So we are currently in chapter 4. So hello, I'm Batman. You know, last week when we started this, maybe it's when we do whichever one of the Batman games is the first one. You know the three that I'm talking about, Frodo. I can't remember what the name is of the most. You have to check. But I was so tempted to put the voice modulator on here to make it sound like Batman. All right, we'll jump back into the game there. Yeah, the various Arkham ones. And I know it's the one that's like 7 and a bit gigabytes, or is it 6 and a bit gigabytes? Because the second one is something like 15-ish or something gigabytes or something, and then the final one is like 50 gigabytes. So that's the only way I can tell which one's which.
Danger.
I've had rats on my tail all day.
The man who hired you. His name is Oswald Cobblepot.
Never heard of him.
He goes by Penguin.
Penguin? Shit. You've got to be kidding me.
All I'm thinking of now is Skipper from Penguins of Madagascar.
I'm dead anyway. When you screw someone over, you really screw them. The Penguin.
Penguin can't take on both of us, and I'm not going anywhere. Clearly you know something about him.
I only know him by reputation. I'm surprised you never heard of him. He's a big deal across the pond. He's more dangerous than you think.
I can take him.
I appreciate confidence in a man, but not stupidity. The question is, why Gotham? Why now? It's not like he's hurting for crime syndicates abroad. Why leave that?
Evening Codex? Oh shit, I missed what the choice was.
Someone like him. It's usually unfinished business. Well, I'm not sticking around here to find out.
Oswald, Penguin is about to unleash God knows what on the city.
But welcome in Codex, if you can hear me or not.
A good reason not to be here when he does. You want to stay?
I need you, Selina.
That right?
If Penguin is as deadly as you say, I need all the help I can get.
Bruce, sweetie, the gallant knight thing, it really is adorable. But what would Harvey think? The two of us, working together? After all, I'm not really an all work and no play kind of girl. Harvey knows that.
You and Harvey, it's pretty clear you aren't just friends.
Please, I'm just toying with him. I only take my claws out for someone special.
I'm gonna wear this bounce button out here.
Don't wreck my bar.
Evening, CG Dean. Welcome in there, mate.
Well, Bruce, you were right.
Selena Kyle, Penguin says hello.
The same record.
We're here for her. If you care about your own skin, you'll get the hell out.
Ooh. 2 seconds. Gotta stay focused on these quick time events. Ooh, he's not getting up any time from that.
Not done yet.
Give him a slap.
Come on.
I think they want more.
Then let's give it to him.
I'll just pause there momentarily. But welcome in there, everybody. As always, I don't like to talk over the like the dialogue and bits and bobs in there in this one there. Which bit there's a miss? Oh, Hades there. Welcome in there as well. Welcome in there, Mr. Smith, Codex, and CGD. It's a fancy game of pool. Wish I could watch the stream, but I'm downloading something and it uses. Are you draining all your computer's resources there, Hades? But welcome in, everybody. As tonight we are on episode 2 in our Telltale's Batman series. As always with these games, I don't like to talk over the dialogue and stuff because Wednesday night, this particular game is your heavy story. So I'll try and let the game just play out, and we'll just all basically all watch it together. And every now and again, I'll pause it and ramble. But I hope you've all been behaving yourselves. I'm looking at you, CGD. Which one's that one? Have you been playing some Fortnite? I keep on saying some night. I know I won't enjoy it, but I want to give it a go just to say I've given it a go. Like Apex, that game is crap, basically, but I give it a go. That's CGD doing his victory dance there in the clip. Once again, I raised out another. This is where I usually just. What's that? They tricked me by having an English spelled name. And the error says Batman. It's just going to be a fight between which one of you is Batman tonight. Ooh, taste of it, my teeth just keeps on coming up. It's not good. I don't know where my tablets are as well. I think they're in that, but I've had like a retidy up in the room here because I wanted to rearrange all the board game shelves, but I've kind of like put the medication box in the obscure place. I'm going to have to rub it through it later. But I hope you've all been keeping out of trouble, as I say. Says CGG, you're the Joker. We'll have to do a we'll have to get everyone together and we'll do like some sort of weird role play. we'll get some we'll get some daft script. There's bound to be a Batman RPG type thing. That could be a giggle, you know. I'm determined on one of the nights where we're all in a call during. It doesn't matter what game we're playing. We could be playing anything from Stardew to Counter-Strike. But I want to play because it'll only take about an hour to play because it's like a one shot. Our God is Dead. Hang on, 'cause it's on the shelf. Oh, I'm gonna strangle myself with this headphone cable again. I can reach it this time. This is the one. Our God is Dead. It's a one-shot comedy RPG. I think this would be a good giggle for us all to do one night. I say all of us just jump in a call. Whilst we, as I said, we could be playing anything. Okay, let's rejiggle the microphone back into place. Let's put the headphones on. And how does the cable get tangled up over there? And I just walked over. Oh, trying out loud. I don't know how. Can I maybe just? I might pin it. Maybe I get like a cable tie and pin it to the back of the chair. Maybe. I don't know how it ever gets tangled up down there. It's tangled up around my neck, or gets tangled up around a plastic bag. Hashtag blame Trissy. Okay, we will crack on. So we're in the middle of a fight. I have to remain focused on the screen because you don't get much time to do these quick time events. Ooh. I am enjoying the combat system in this though. It's just really, it just flows really, really well. And the final combat bit we did last week. Oh, I think I missed him. Oh. We'd be dead. The final one where you had like mark your targets. And then you then go in and do the different quick time events to play out the things that you've set up.
Good.
That was really good.
You're such a pretty boy.
Can't see that episode over on the YouTubes. Along with all the other Telltales you want.
Come on, this way.
Like it.
Quick, check the alleyway.
You see anything?
Negative. Let's check the other side.
Wow, A+ for their skills.
We're alone.
Let's get out of here. I'll take the rooftops. You take the
Leg
alley.
it.
Wait. When will I see you again?
When you least expect it.
Frodo's gonna play Robin.
You shouldn't trust me, you know.
Okay, so we've got Frodo as Robin. We've got Eris as Batman.
Alfred, I'm uploading the contents of a smartphone to the back computer. Check to see if there's anything on the phone we can use.
Processing it now. Is everything all right? There are quite a few police cars convening on your location.
It's fine. Has the back computer found anything yet?
Bruce, there are a number of messages here. All from Mayor Hill.
Mayor Hill?
The last voicemail is his. Listen to this.
I gave you everything I have on Wayne.
Roll TV the
I've held up my
NPCs.
end of the bargain, and I expect you to do the same.
This is very shady indeed. Whatever they're talking about, it doesn't sound good.
Hill is setting me up.
Who's going to be the
Penguin's
Penguin?
going to take a shot at me. If Hill's talking to Penguin,
Alfred and
he must know
Catwoman.
something. It's time I paid him a visit.
I agree. The mayor must have answers, but if I may offer a word of advice. People look up to Batman after how you handled Falcone. Terrorizing the mayor could damage that goodwill. Then again, Batman's methods would certainly get him talking immediately. Bruce would have to depend on his guile to loosen Hill's lips.
Go as Batman.
Going as Batman is the sure bet.
Ooh, royalty is Harley Quinn. Which one are you going to be, CGD? Now, is this going to be one where we're going to set up, where it might let us like set up the scenario like it did like towards the end of last week?
Has the public trust after taking down Falcone. Try not to throw it away by going overboard on Hill.
Don't worry, Alfred. I'm a light touch when I need to be. The city will thank me later if Hill tells me Penguin's plans.
You're going to be Harvey Dent then.
Deborah, you incompetent.
So what do we need? We need a
polls.
Gordon and a
We need to
Catwoman and a
crucify him in
Penguin.
the debate, or we can kiss re-election and your job goodbye. You'd
We've got
better
the
be
Joker
back
as
in the
well.
next 15 minutes or
Oh no,
I'm
we have the
pay.
Joker.
Who's there? Deborah. Deborah. Was that you?
Expecting someone? Maybe the Penguin.
Oh!
You had to call your son Harvey.
What are you doing here?
You know who Penguin is.
So I've heard of him. So what? I've got nothing to do with that lowlife. Do you hear me?
Patience isn't my strong suit, Mayor. Talk!
I'm talking. You're not listening. I gave you everything I have on Wayne. I've held up my end of the bargain, and I expect you to do the same. Wayne, there's the real problem. He's the one you should be after. Every fiber of his being built on lies.
Nice try, but Bruce Wayne is clean.
No one born into a pile of crap that deep can come out clean. I witnessed firsthand the atrocities of his family, and he's the one who profited.
Where's he think he's going?
Security! Pick up, goddammit!
Are we going through the door?
Security!
I hope so. Oh, I thought we were going to put our fist through the door.
Don't kill me! I've done nothing wrong!
You can't keep secrets from me. I always find the truth.
What the hell are you talking about? Penguin wants revenge for what happened to his mother. Thomas Wayne sent her to Arkham, along with who knows how many other innocents. Nothing was wrong with any of them.
Something this big couldn't have been hidden. There'd be records.
With enough money, you can make anything, or anyone, disappear. I didn't dare speak up. Whatever happened in the past, it's nothing compared to what's happening now. Penguin isn't the only child of Arkham. There are others whose families were destroyed by Wayne. They'll make Gotham pay for his sins. No. Please. Don't. No.
You can tell your story to the police. See what they think about it.
If I hadn't given Penguin what he wanted, he would have struck at the debate tonight. I didn't just do this for myself. I'm trying to protect Gotham. Finally. About damn time.
It's Batman! Shoot him! Come on, get the mayor out of here!
All the stuff that he leaves around, there's no fingerprints on it yet.
I heard everything, Master Bruce. What he said about your father, it must be difficult to process.
I need to know what went on in Arkham Asylum.
Indeed.
We technically return to Arkham tomorrow? in Arkham Horror.
Hill seems to think he's safe, but Penguin's still out there.
I've already got the game table all ready for tomorrow. I just need to put the cameras in place. And the green screen. The green screen is the most difficult thing because the table bit that I put it across, it's really awkward to get in to flatten it out.
I wonder what else is on here.
As per your request, Lieutenant Gordon has tripled security at the debate.
Thanks, Alfred.
But Gordon heard about Batman's surprise visit to the mayor. He was far from happy.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's a plan of the old Monarch Theater.
The auditorium where the debate's being held. I hacked into the image feeds from the security cameras at the auditorium.
Just to be safe.
Just to be safe.
Is Batman going to go there now and mess it up?
Details about your father. They must have been quite upsetting. I can't imagine how you must feel. To learn so much in so little time.
None of that matters now. The only thing that does is stopping Oz.
The city needs you now more than ever. I'll leave you to it then.
Oh, we've got control.
District Attorney
Okay.
Harvey Dent appears to be hitting some potholes on his path to the mayor's office. Despite the backing of billionaire Bruce Wayne, rumors persist that
crikey.
the candidate is having trouble.
I tell you what, just for the YouTube side, I'm going to just do this, and then you can pause it all as you wish.
Smear tactic perpetuated by the incumbent Mayor Hill's campaign.
So all the details of all the people that we've met there,
Nobody goes
advancing
to
their
Gotham
story.
Stone bars expecting a quiet night out, but police say a brawl tonight at the Stack Deck Bar in Otisburg was the rowdiest one in recent memory. Reports say multiple arrests were made, with all
And the
the
locations
suspects
we've been
taken
to.
into custody while
Okay, so we've looked at that one there. This was the newsfeed that we're listening to. There's updates on this one.
Shortly before the fight.
There's the newspaper.
Gotham District Attorney Harvey Dent appears to be hitting some potholes on his path to the
You may
mayor's
pause that
office.
later.
Despite the backing of billionaire Bruce Wayne, rumors persist that the candidate is having trouble paying his campaign staff
There
and
we go.
making ad buys. A Dent
Okay, now click on the
spokesperson
obvious
said
one. Now, is this going to be a join the dots thing, do we think? Like we had to investigate in the
images on
warehouse
his
maybe?
cameras haven't changed. Something's wrong.
Penguin's men may have commandeered the cameras on their end. We could just be looking at
What they want us to see.
They've rewound the
Warn
tapes.
Gordon that he may have visitors. I have to get down there. Now.
Have anyone seen the Bruce Willis movie Hudson Hawk? There's a bit there where they break in to steal this horse statue. I forget what it was called. But they go in and they rewind all of the tapes.
Harvey needs to get out of there.
And then play them back so the guards are looking at the previous like half an hour. Because there's racks of VHS players.
Man, I'm glad you called. I needed to talk to you, actually. Something's come up. Something...
Harvey, listen to me. Your life is in danger.
Because of Penguin and his thugs?
Thanks, but there is an army of security here. They have me in some back room until the debate begins.
For my own protection, they said. A little bit of overkill, if you ask me.
It's not overkill, Harvey. It's a real...
Please. I need to
Get this off my chest.
Look.
Bruce, I didn't want to do this over the phone, but...
My advisors are telling me that I need to...
that I need to
distance myself from you. Until all this mess with your family blows over.
I get it. It's the smart move, but let's talk about that later.
I'm glad you see it that way.
What with the allegations in the press, and now this mess with Falcone, you're a
liability.
But here's
Those
the
were a
thing,
menace on the
Bruce.
roads.
Without your money,
I am dead in the water. I know this is a
Harvey's
delicate
not
topic,
safe.
but I
He's
need
exactly
you
he'd
to
be going
keep
nuts,
me
surely.
afloat.
I may have to trash you in public. But you and me, we'll know the truth.
Forget your campaign for a minute. The money won't matter if you're dead.
Yeah, well, until
I am, it is still my primary concern.
Listen, I hate to push you,
But I need to know. Can I count on your money, Bruce?
Typical politician.
Whatever it takes to save Gotham.
I'll always support you, Harvey.
Oh, thank you, Bruce. Thank you. You don't know how much this means to me. To Gotham. I'm sorry, Bruce. The makeup person is here. Guess she needs to put on my face.
I hope you can still watch the debate somewhere. No matter what I have to say tonight, remember.
You are always my friend.
Harvey!
Half expecting the quick time event as we're driving. I was also expecting the camera to turn around and the penguin fella to be standing there. And then we're going to be all buddy-buddy.
Batman. Yeah, all quiet so far.
I've got a feeling that's about to change.
Just so we're clear, you and me, we're on shaky ground.
Jim, listen.
No, listen to me. The excessive violence, it can't go on. Most of the GCPD already think you're a monster. Don't prove them right.
I do what the police can't. I get the job done. Now give me the report so I can do my job.
Fine. Just do it without splitting anyone in half.
We have bigger things to worry about right now. Your security has been
those sorts of
compromised.
restrictions.
I've got patrols on every door.
You better check on them.
Wow, that cigarette smoke is causing severe lag in the game.
I'd keep that holstered if I were you.
What's she doing here? She was part of that robbery at the mayor's office.
I think she's mending her ways.
Oh, he's right, Lieutenant. I don't do the bad things anymore. Unless it's on request.
This better not come back to bite me. Alpha Patrol, come in.
That, incident in the bar. Dead is its own kind of cage. I can't stand being in it. Not that I needed your help or anything, but you had my back. I thought I'd repay the favor. You know, like you scratch my back, I cut some people up.
Doing the right thing. Maybe there's hope for you yet.
Don't read too much into it. I'm just allergic to owing you anything.
None of my men on the ground are responding.
Enough waiting. We're
Naughty
going
Harris.
in.
Alpha, do you read?
Now aren't you glad I'm here?
Well, you have a better shot than my SWAT team of getting in there quietly. We are seriously underfunded at the GCPD.
Sounds like a vote for Dent, Lieutenant.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our live debate for the next mayor of Gotham City. This is an important debate for these two candidates, incumbent Mayor Hamilton Hill and the challenger Gotham District Attorney Harvey.
Yeah, this must be where we're going to, like, choose how we're going to take out each one of them and then
You will soon head to the polls to decide the future of your home.
mess them up.
The city has faced its share of hardships in recent years. Rising crime rates, income inequality.
I wonder if they'll set anybody off with the chemical stuff again.
Loose on our streets. Candidates will tackle it all.
I hear Codex and the sound of KFC.
Gordon.
Another troublemaker there,
we found one of your
everybody.
patrols. They've been terminated.
Sorry, ladies and gents. As you might have guessed, there's been a change to tonight's program. First order of business, firing the moderator.
That escalated quickly.
I hate to be a downer, but these hostages, I don't like their chances.
They just didn't have a head for the issues.
If we're quick and decisive, no one else has to die.
If you say so. But Penguin's playing for keeps.
Fanatics always do.
You'll do. Get out.
What's wrong with the blue fella?
Keep it quiet back there.
What sort of character is he in the Batman mythos?
These guys are armed to the teeth.
We need a new moderator.
Come on, you.
You there? Yes. You. Thank you for volunteering.
Please. No.
Go on, then. Introduce the candidates. Stage fright, huh? All right, I'll get you started, but this is your show.
3 hostiles. Gotta take them out quietly.
Okay, this must be where we get to choose. So, bug number 1, bug number 2, and bug number 3. What do you reckon? Actually, saying that, I don't know if it's like the order we want to take them in is what it's trying to tell us or not. We'll click on this one that's closest to us, though. Okay, so that must be we can throw him through the television, or maybe we can smack him with the camera. Or do we throw him through the screen? Or is it they sound like they're from London? Okay, let's go to bug number 2. So we have a choice with him of the light, or we link to Catwoman. Evening, Rabbit Man. Welcome in there, mate. Hope you've been behaving yourself. And that just leaves bug number 3. Table or door? Do we smash him through the door? I'm wondering if we change our mind on the first one and throw him at the screen, then that might put us in a better position to... actually, we should contain the violence to one room. So we'll link that to the table, just in case there's something on the other side and we don't want to walk into it. But as I said, welcome in there, Rabbit Man, as well. Tonight we are on Batman again. Episode 2, Children of Arkham. Oh, I didn't realise it was starting already. Better get those quick time events. Maybe we should have put him through the screen.
Keep your heads down. Make for the police line.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
My downfall, brothers and sisters of Gotham. You have nothing to fear. We are the children of Arkham. We are here to end the masquerade and expose the corruption that ruined your city. For too long, men like your esteemed mayor have profited from the pain of innocence.
Did you ever meet the guy on the screen?
Nope. Smart to let someone else do your dirty work.
It's a scarecrow type bloke, maybe? Just with the chemicals, that's the character I automatically go to.
You know what to do.
I'll just pause for a second there. What was that there? Oh, you're still not too feeling too good. I got tonsillitis. Get my words here. Tonsillitis at the bloody moment. Oh, you look after yourself there, mate. If you're phoning sick, doctor's orders. What was that there? Oh, sorry. I missed that. It was Ada was putting the shout out in. But as always, guys, as well, with all the names that have been popping up here in chat tonight as well, please remember to jump over and give them a follow. And give them plenty of cheek when they're live as well. Okay, we'll jump back into the action. Now, as always, I don't like to talk over the story bits so that we can all hear it as we go.
Candidates, take off your masks.
Is this where they're going to go? The two of them are going to fight each other.
Show Gotham your true selves. Tell them what you really think about the city you pretend to love.
Everybody in Gotham saw that moderator get shot on live TV. What's going on in there?
First off, we should incinerate the pool.
Incinerate the poor, he said. He must be a Republican.
Gotham is flawed. Sure. That city isn't. Its flaws make it beautiful.
We're out of time, Batman. The press is going nuts with those.
They would have already cut the feed to the broadcast.
The city. Corrupt politicians.
And what about the corrupt elite? The men whose fortunes are built on corpses. Men like your friend, Bruce Wayne. You're as bad.
I wonder if he's going to get shot up with a chemical.
Look away from what you don't want
Seems
to
only
see.
fair.
Roll the tape!
Subject 9.
I thought your father was dead.
Subject 9. Esther Cobblepot. You've been declared criminally insane and committed to Arkham indefinitely as a ward of the state.
Please, I'll sell you the land. Please don't do this.
You had your chance. You should have made the deal we offered you. Give her the drug.
Thomas, we're friends. Our boys play together.
You were warned, Esther. You know I always get what I want. Commence the procedure. Give her a dose she won't come back from.
Now you know. Now you will see.
Who is the big blue guy?
Batman! You certainly know how to make an entrance.
Go!
Why don't you kick the crap out of him?
No! Please! I made Amanda!
You could never.
I don't know if I'm supposed to use the right or the left stick, so I'm doing both.
I took out Thomas Wayne. That was all him. He didn't know when to stop. I had him killed because of it.
Don't hold back, my poor old mum. So this is for her.
Don't let you kill anyone else!
Right, your turn, Dent.
Maybe she should have led with the Electro Fist. It was like in the second Thor movie. There's all this big war, and then he uses his hammer to knock out the big one.
Bruce Wayne, your biggest supporter, and he didn't even turn up.
Like the start of that in the combat.
Batman! The revolution's already started! It's too late to join!
Let Dent go.
And what if I don't?
I'll crush every bone in your body.
I knew you'd say something like that.
Let's go with this option. Because I'm guessing this would have happened anyway.
Hold your fire, damn it!
Harvey.
Where's the maniac in the mask? We need paramedics over here, now!
He's scarpered.
City Hall is in chaos after Mayor Hamilton Hill was confirmed dead.
While several members of the Children of Arkham have been arrested, the Penguin is still at large.
He won't be the same after this.
As long as he's not like it was in the...
Meanwhile, the Wayne family scandal continued to escalate after the full list of Thomas Wayne's victims was released to the public.
What are those dreadful Batman movies? Is it Tommy Lee Jones that played him in one of the two dreadful Batman films that we don't discuss?
Lawyers representing Bruce Wayne have no comment at this time.
How would it affect Bruce Wayne, though?
We are the children of Arkham.
It was his dad that did it.
We have opened your eyes.
Episode 2, Children of Arkham. And that, everybody, I think, is the end of this episode. So I assume that we'll get to go over the choices. So, did you use the painkillers? You and most everybody, I suppose we all had the same idea. Easiest pain, and we'll get more information out of them, but that was cut short. The next one is, did you kiss Selena? Of course we did. Next one, if it'll load. Did you visit the mayor as Bruce or Batman? So most people went as Bruce and not as Batman. Did you withdraw the money? You and everybody else, it would seem, put all of the they continue to put money into Dent's campaign. Hang on. There we go. Did you save Selena or Harvey? It seems like most of us went for the bouncy option. Okay, so there's our statistics from tonight's episode. Now, there will be, in a few seconds, once it gets to the end of the credits, we should get the coming up next week.
Next time on Batman, the Telltale series.
You may have saved me, but this isn't over. You don't know these people, Bruce.
Authorities are scrambling.
Has everyone broken enough before it's finished?
Arkham have the city in a frenzy, but there's still no sign of their masked leader. With Hill and Falcone dead by their hands, the question on everyone's lips is, who's next?
After that news about your father sending innocent people to Arkham, sounds like the whole city wants your head on a pike.
The Waynes have always run this company, but now they want to decide what your future at this company will be.
Do you really think Bruce Wayne is worth protecting?
What do you want from me?
You know what I want.
I couldn't get the button in time. Oh, and apparently it's crashed out to the desktop. Technically. Alright. Let's press the buttons then. So, that's what's coming up next week. I'll check to make sure the save file is still working in a moment. But yeah, tomorrow is not to do with Batman, but tomorrow we are returning with Arkham Horror, the card game, and we're going to start the campaign proper, unless we completely fail like we did last time and get killed in the boss fight, in which case we will start the campaign the next time. So we have Arkham Horror, the card game tomorrow. We have Red Dead Redemption on Friday. Plague Tale, I enjoyed that last Saturday, so we'll be doing episode 2 of Plague Tale. I think we left it at the beginning of chapter 3, off the top of my head. I think that's where we were up to. It was just a chapter marker anyway, where we left off. And then a nice peaceful Sunday night on a bit of farming sim. Okay, let's have a little look and see who is online. Can I be lazy tonight? Oh, I can be. Spot on. So thank you everybody for coming in tonight. Welcome in part 2. We're just on my way out. Okay, I'll send you over there. Although I assume everybody's already gone because the viewer count's already gone. So thanks for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you all. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.